its first full outfit.
With proper body work and paint
Yeah.
and so on. This is the H&A processing
Yeah,
Don Long car that Roland's borrowed
with the hill burns on, right?
with
Yeah.
Hillborn.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay.
This is a Hot Rod Magazine
Definitely says
photo
Hawaiian 2 on the
from
side.
Yep.
courtesy of Greg Sharp. Ever-present shades. I don't know why it was foggy down at Carlsbad. You know that.
You were cool.
You were cool and you were tough.
We can
Nobody
see
was
the
gonna
shadows.
mess with you.
Yeah. Were you going to tell him to take off the shades?
No.
Anyway, that
That's a great
I
shot.
was getting tired
We were working on both cars.
and plastering.
And plastering, working for a living. Oh my.
So that car was anyway. He lost.
Won at Carlsbad and then moved to a top eliminator at Irwindale basically a week later. And then the next week went to Kingdon.
Ran up there. Was that a match race?
No, we looked that up in the drag news, and that's where the Hawaiian 1 and the Hawaiian 2, the Hawaiian 1 also being referred to
As
as
the
the Hawaiian and the Hawaiian 3. It was the
A match race.
well, it was the reincarnation of the original Hawaiian, which was
Fuller
retired, the Fuller car. So it actually was just the Hawaiian, but it's referred to as the 1 and the 3. And the Hawaiian 2, the 426 car, met in the first round at Kingdon for a top fuel meet, and one of them lost. The Hawaiian 2 went to the
That's safe to
second
say.
round
It's
and got
nothing
beat.
new, you know.
2 cars meet in the first round. How terrible is that?
Yeah.
Okay, and then
Bristol.
we went to Bristol, and Stan Sharoma took a vacation. He helped me drive down to Bristol. Roland and them were on, Snively were on tour with the 392 car still, and we all met up in Bristol. And Keith was there in his Chrysler Marine uniforms. That's the Hawaiian 2 car.
That's the Hawaiian 2. Okay.
The two-piece nose.
What's that?
Two-piece nose.
Yeah.
By that time, when the cars got to that length, they had to be two-piece.
Yeah, otherwise that thing would be.
It was a pretty car, thanks to Herbie. And, we ran, and I think we got to the semis. Both of us got to the semis. We beat Baltus, and we beat County Colita, and we lost to
Here it comes.
the brand Ford motor, the Snake.
Yeah.
Really?
He,
To the
he won the
snake.
meet. He ended up winning Bristol.
He
Right.
Snively, Sorokin got out on Snake, and he actually, I think, pulled a parachute after he thought he won. He didn't see him. And Adam said he saw the video. He said you could not tell the finish line. You didn't know who won, but it was Snake.
Hmm. Wow.
He was really upset, and Roland was really upset.
Mike Sorokin was upset?
Yeah, you know he was. Huh?
Yes.
Didn't like to lose.
And
And then that way, yeah, do it yourself.
anyway, that.
And now it looks like you guys were back in Southern California.
Yeah, we came back to Southern Cal. I was pretty tired and beat up. And Stan went to work for Keith at that time, I think, Stan Sharoma. And Roland went back on tour. And he raced, and we came back and raced at the
We came back to Irwindale after Bristol.
at Gabalish, beat Gabalish at Irwindale, and Huff and Cardoza and Goldstein
Roy Goldstein.
That was at Lyons, and then we ran the Greek at Irwindale and beat him. And after that, we did tire tests for 2 days.
For Goodyear?
Yeah,
Goodyear.
we did it, I'm sure it was probably at Irwindale. And,
You remember anything about that?
oh yeah, I remember 19 runs. And every time we'd make a run, Sorokin would pull the cash register and count $100. But we could never match the record of the Surfers. They made 27 runs in 2.5 days,
Tire test.
and we couldn't compete with them.
Yeah.
Oh, the Surfers did this, and the Surfers did that. Bless his heart. Anyway, that was pretty much the end of what I was doing. They ran some more match races against, he had a runner-up race. I wasn't with the car. I was done. He ran a match race against the Smirnoff and Dixon car.
Mm-hmm.
That was in Orange County. And then he won a match race against Mooneyham, Jackson, and Faust. That was at Irwindale. He ran another match race against he ran against McEwen at Orange County. And this is in August. And the car after that went to the Indy Nationals. But I don't remember being there.
Right.
Whatever I was doing, was probably going to I bought Laker tickets, that's what I did.
Yeah, that's what you remember, huh? Yeah,
At
Moved
that
up.
time, you could afford them.
yeah,
Me and Dawes Wafer were living together.
yep.
And
Danny, this is a good picture of how the car looked towards the end.
yeah, there's the finished
And a
product of
nice
the Hawaiian 2
finish.
car.
Beautiful
Lion
car.
2 car.
Yep.
This was in Orange County.
Beautiful parachute, matches the car.
Yep. Yep, that was quite a combination.
And this
Was that
picture was the Hawaiian, the Don Long Hawaiian in its final configuration.
With the 426 in it.
426.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
The spider web paint job.
I have no idea where that's at. Where is it? It's not Indy, is it? No. Probably some match race.
Don't want.
Yeah, huge thing.
High
Anyway,
guardrail like
that
that.
separates the two cars out. And
Right.
The only track I remember having a high guardrail like that was Vegas. But then that could have been anywhere back east.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Basically, that was
yeah.
it until I was honored at the 2009.
California Hot Rod.
That was a big span not to be involved in racing, wasn't it?
yeah,
I
but
guess I raised a family.
Well, you did
yeah, I guess
bench
you raised a
racing.
family.
Huh?
You did bench racing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Should have
yeah.
taken up drinking or something. It would have been a lot more fun.
Anyway, I have a few photographs that probably be imposed in its video. So.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
it sounds like a good time.
Great
It
career.
was a lot of hard work.
It's a story about somebody that wasn't a famous and probably never will be, but I knew a lot of famous people. Put it that way.
Right.
Well, but you weren't an also ran.
And we thank you for sharing those with us. Tom, anything else you'd like to add to this at all?
No, I think it got covered quite nicely. I think Danny's understating his involvement, like he always does. He was a key part of the Hawaiians, both the original Hawaiian, which we're going to refer to as Hawaiian 1, and the Hawaiian 2, that they put together as a second car, and then hired Mike Sorokin to drive. That was quite a team, and I'm pretty sure that convinced them that the 426 had some possibilities, because they went from a car that wasn't very competitive to a car that was very competitive. And then not long after that, I think they switched from a 392 to a 426 in the number one, the main Hawaiian car that Mike Snively drove.
I see. But Rod, anything you'd like to add?
No, this has been really fun. I've learned a whole lot about Danny's career
As I have.
that you didn't know, because everybody talked about the driver, everybody talked about the car owner, but the guys that did all the work,
Yeah.
that showed up every day, every week, take the car apart, put the car together,
Right.
tuned it, did all that stuff.
Right.
You never hear about him, and he had a great career.
Yep. He did.
One of the big players.
Mr. Prieto, any final comment from you, sir?
No, I think his high water mark was when they were running the Mangler, because it was an ass kicker. and the Hawaiian was kind of that transition to very expensive race cars built by professionals, whereas the Mangler was my favorite kind of race car, which was a garage full of guys and a bunch of spare parts, and go out and kick some ass.
Anyway, yeah,
that's
right.
the part I like, and I think he was a major player in that era.
Yeah.
No question about
Yeah.
it.
It was a borrowed chassis.
Yeah,
They didn't even own it. I mean,
exactly.
Borrowing.
I mean, you're talking
collecting
about
parts.
partnership here.
Yeah.
One guy's got a motor, another guy's got a blower, another guy's got a set of front wheels. I mean, it's that was the kind of thing that I really enjoyed about early drag racing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why we're here.
Yep.
Thank you, Mr. Pitts.
Yeah, oh, thank you guys for coming together for this, and I'm sure there are going to be a few people out in the world that are going to appreciate you going over this history with us. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it.